What's up, guys? I'm gonna do a quick tutorial on how to do wrapping a door. Pretty simple. You know, I removed the mirror, I got the door handle off, and I'm starting from this position right now. I have my whole thing measured out, fits the door properly, so magneted up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one end and I'm gonna pull this off right here. Pull that down. Now I'm gonna magnet this down also. And I'm gonna pull all this material off. Just like that. Take my cutter, trim that off, because I don't need that anymore. Then I will flip this back up and tack it down on the body line. You want to be on a body line when you're doing this. So my body line is right there. Tack it down on the body line, and then I can pretty much work at a 45-degree angle the rest of the material up. Pretty simple. It'll go pretty quick. What I'm doing is I'm pulling off this little edge right here, so I'm not bridging a gap when I go to put the seal on there, or when I go to cut this. I don't have a bubble here or anything like that. Okay. Now I can take my magnets off. So now that I got it tacked down where I want it, put some of these bubbles out here. Go. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. Pull the backing paper off a little bit. Not a whole lot. Just enough to give you some room. Retack that down. So, I want to get back on my body line, and now we'll just start working it little by little, like so. We'll just go back and forth, and you keep it at a 45-degree angle as you're doing it. It pushes the air out that you might get. And with the air release, these little bubbles, they do go away, which is nice. So you don't have to worry too much about that. And the low tack that comes with it, which is really nice also. Work around this door a little bit. And then there, 45 degrees, back and forth. I have to pick that up just a hair. This isn't the best film. I'm not a fan of this film, but we can make it work. Heat it up, make it a little more pliable. There we go. Boom. Just like that. There we go. And now we can go back and forth again. Pull off a little bit more. Try and keep this going. get all this heated up. And then we'll bring it down. If you guys want to know the color, it is Tiny Bot Matte Satin Red, I think, or something like that. It's a color shift. You'll see it'll go blue to purple, reddish. It's really freaking nice. Problem is, it just doesn't last long. It's a calendared film, unlike cast, like 3M or Avery. So, calendared films don't last long. They're manufactured completely different than 3M or Avery or Orifol or any other top name brand like that. So they're not really, I can't say it's the greatest film, honestly. It's not going to last, especially in Florida. This one actually lasted maybe about a year before it got too cooked in the sun. And it was taken care of. I know that. It is a thick film. It definitely sucks compared to like 3M or any of those cast films. Avery's a little thick, but this is thick. But if you're starting out and you're wanting to learn how to wrap, I mean, calendar is good if you want a challenge, Definitely the number one brand I recommend over everything is 3M. I really like 3M. Avery's, pretty damn comparable to 3M also. I do like Avery. I've used it a lot. But I am a 3M fan, truthfully. It is super easy to work with. It's super easy to glass. It just, all of it makes life easier. If you want to know what squeegee I'm using, it's the Wrap Institute squeegee. This thing is awesome. And then I'm using banana buffers, which those are great too. And there we go. Door is wrapped. This thing trimmed out. And let's do the door cup. Everybody loves the door cup. I'm using my Paint is Dead wrap glove. This thing is amazing. Love that glove. I beat the crap out of it, honestly. So let's get this wrapped up real quick. Down the middle, boom. Quick heat. sure it's a little pliable. There we go. There's the door cup. And now we'll trim it out real quick. So, I don't really need to heat this. I had pretty much zero tension on this whole thing. So, I'm using pretty much zero pressure. You can see my fingers are in the air. I have no pressure on this whatsoever. Comes right off. All right, guys. So what you want to do when you're going to trim is you're going to trim on the opposite end, this side, not the door side. If you trim on this door side, you're going to be short. So blade tip, super short, work your way up, and then we will trim it down just like this, all the way. The blade is facing outwards, so you're not cutting on the actual door edge. Boom. And then on the bottom, trim this up. And then you want to roll it in with your fingers, like that. Same with the underneath side. So what I like to do is I'll start on the corners and I'll roll the corners in, roll that corner in down here, and then I can come and take my finger and roll the rest of the panel. Just like that, all the way down. And that's gonna give you a clean roll. You're not gonna pinch anything as long as you're rolling your fingers. You want to kind of use the ball of your finger and roll that in. And you'll get, you know, maybe an 1/8 inch of overlap with that cut, and it works out great. Again, this is not the greatest stuff, so we'll heat it. And lock it in. There you go. Come up, trim this front area out. And there you go. You have your door. So that's how you wrap a door. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I got no problem answering any questions for you. But I would appreciate if y'all hit the subscribe button and let me know what you thought about the video. Like I said, this is a calendared vinyl, so it's not the easiest to work with. It is very thick compared to 3M or Avery. It has a higher tack compared to those. This is a calendared vinyl. 3M and Avery are a cast vinyl. 10 times easier to work with. You can glass out the cast vinyl. I mean, I can lay a panel in 5 minutes using Avery or 3M. It's just awesome stuff, easy to work with. Where this obviously takes a little more time. You can see I had to heat it up to get a little more pliable, where 3M, Avery, Oracal, Hexus, some of those, you don't even have to heat it all. I can literally lay the panel just like I did, bring it all the way down, and just go to town on it, have it done in 5 minutes. I can glass the whole thing and lay it out, and it's done. It makes it super easy. Like, wrapping this panel should probably take about 5 minutes with a cast. Don't recommend using calendar if you're new. It's cheaper, yes, but it is probably honestly hard to work with. You know, I don't recommend it if you want to learn. You know, learn with something that's good to learn with. 3M, Avery Dennison, Oracal, Hexus, KPMF, work with those. Those are good. But if you guys have any questions, let me know and hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. All right.